look around, remember, where are you?
In my house.
Which house?
My house on Pasadena. It's like Christmas, the year right before COVID. And Kimberly essentially had told me at a certain point that her mom was coming to Fort Wayne. She was taking the children and moving to Florida. And I was pretty much trying to plead with her to stay or at least leave one of the kids or both of them. And it was probably just the most painful part, like, thing that ever happened to me, that I experienced. I was really trying to show her compassion and love, like we needed to work on, and at this point it was too late. And she had already decided to do what she was doing, but the pain was very acute, and it was just repetitive and ongoing because I knew that they were going to leave, and like her mom didn't even get there for like a week. And so eventually we would get into fights. I would get upset, and I'd get angry and hurt her. And she ended up like kicking me out of my own house by threatening and tricking me, thinking that she called the police on me, and having her friends come over and like gang up on me until I would leave, and so I would come to my home every day and try and see my children, and they wouldn't talk to me, and she was telling them to talk to me, and basically I would try to interact with them for as long as I could, and she would run me off, and eventually they left. And
You sat there?
I cried so long. It's probably about 12. I sat there and called her, begged her to come back. She wouldn't talk to me. She didn't let me talk to my kids for 4 months. And I didn't talk to the kids. They didn't even care. Know me. Basically, I would try to connect with them, like when I would talk to them before. They were very, very short. Everything they said was controlled. You talk to them. It was hurting me so bad. It was probably the first time that I really, most recent times that I really connected to the source. I was asking for friends, and it sent me some people. So my best friends came.
Who did it send you?
Chanel came over. Haley. There was Jose. Jose was there like the whole time, and he wanted to help me, but he was on drugs. So he was asleep, like literally.
Speak up a little bit louder.
Literally asleep, like not psychologically. He was just toast the whole time. So, and
Sorry.
The, the source, the most healing or helpful thing the source did is it connected me with a mutual friend of me and Kim's called Dana, who Kim really was convinced that I was attracted to this person when Kim and her would hang out. And after Kim left, the, basically Dana came to check on me after she heard what had happened. And um, I was able to explain to her like that. I was never, Kim basically made me be mean to her. Kim was mean to her, and I like fixed this relationship. And Dana was like the first person that supported me relative to parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And she identified that I was a good parent until she said that to me. I was convinced that I wasn't. She called me every morning and got me out of bed. This was really nice to me. Showed me a true compassion and I hadn't felt for so long because Kimberly had been blocking anybody that would give that to me or that I would give compassion to unconditional love because she was threatened. And
so what happened to Dana?
Dana, my kids were gone for like over a year, and like I changed in not necessarily the best ways. During this, I went into my ego, and I was trying to convince myself that I didn't need to live family life anymore because of what she had done. That I could just do whatever I wanted, and it was doing. I don't know.
You went dark?
Not really. I didn't go dark. I was making bad decisions. Like I ended up sleeping with Dana, which I shouldn't have did. I mean, before that I was like staying at her house. She was producing like a shield for me essentially, and this messed everything up because she couldn't. She's I can't do this because of Kim. And she was at the time I was upset. I was like, why? But I understand now completely because when Kim came back, she found out about everything that had happened in the wake of her absence, and was Kimberly is very aggressive, so she like went and tried to fight this Dana girl and all kinds of stuff, and that wasn't fair to her. That was pretty much a result of me trying to, take the relationship in a direction that I shouldn't have. And really, to tell you the truth, like besides Kimberly, Dana's probably the person that I've connected most to in terms of love. I went more than Kimberly in a short amount of time, and I pretty much ruined the potential for that. I think in the future, that really upset me. I felt like I messed up more things, and so I kind of like then I wouldn't say I went dark, but I definitely went to this like hermit thing where I wasn't coming out of my house. And then the Dana girl went above and beyond again, literally came and got me out of my funk and was like, "You were doing good when Kim was gone. I want you to do this again." She's like, "I helped you before, so do this for me." Try. I wasn't trying for myself, so she was like, "Do it for me," and pretty much tricked me into doing it because I was in my ego about her. So and she was just really.
Was it a trick?
She wasn't going to date me, but she kind of made it seem like that. So it
benefited you.
Oh yeah, because I showed her my world, and that's how I got her to go with me because she was interested in me. So, and that's what upset me because I was like, man, now I'm not going to be able to make connections with anybody else. I can't have my family. I can really. And this honestly is still going on. It's been 3 years since then. And there's been a multitude of different connections that I've had, not just with females, but just all kinds of people that if I just now kind of got to the point where, she's not attacking my platonic male connections. It's just females that she thinks that I'm sleeping with or something. But Dana got me out of my funk and I started blowing glass again and doing things that made me feel better about myself. And yeah, so she coaxed me into starting healthy patterns of me learning learning and healing, learning about myself, and then fixing these things that were my problems or my character defects or whatever. So
okay, that's good. So I want you to go back to when Kim is leaving. She's left, and you're there alone, and in one of the darkest, hardest times, most traumatic times for you, of feeling heartbroken and betrayed and alone. So intensify that feeling. Remember what it feels like to feel all of that pain. And now connect to your body where you feel those feelings attached to that pain. Scan your body.
Thinking these horrible things, man. Like, I should have never had my kids, and that mistakes because I had them.
No, it's not true.
So I know now.
It wasn't you thinking that. That wasn't you.
Feel so bad.
That
Felt
wasn't
like that it hurt, but it didn't even I didn't say it. But basically, what was going on was that she was telling them. I mean, she was telling them that I didn't care about them. And just their mom, their mom, and their
Okay.
And I unfortunately was looking at, I got on the computer one day and I noticed that her Google thing was still signed in on my browser. So I saw all these pictures of everything that she had been doing. I saw how she was, she was like, I know now that she was just trying to portray this as a mask because of what you've helped me realize. But at the time, I was convinced that she was happy without me. She was dating this guy who has this huge mansion and like boats. And, this is in Florida. And, like, his house looked like a marina. She had started letting me talk to the kids and talk to her, and I kept asking her because I just wanted, at that time I was talking to Dan, and I wanted to go, I wanted to move on, and I was very much, my ego being reckless. I was thinking about moving on by myself without my kids or anything, and so I wanted to just have like a finality, like an ending, and I could just see that she was just being ultra deceptive with me, and so I kind of cornered her on some stuff, like with like her Snapchat locations, etc. And she attacked me, like, and really hurt me. She still had a lot of influence, like in terms of how I see myself, and she just totally crushed me. Like, so just telling me that I was nasty and disgusting. Or like was describing like features about me, like my
That wasn't
face
her.
and teeth,
saying
like
those things.
my body. I was fat, out of shape at the time, Yeah, she was like talking about all these people want her.
Okay,
Let's stop.
Let's stop. We know that she was trying to hurt you. She was trying every possible way to get under your skin and to get you triggered. So, and that was the demon saying all those things to make you feel worthless, to make you hate yourself. And that's a trap. So let's not fall for her traps. You see how she plays her games and lays her traps. Well, the demons lay the traps. So you got to bounce around these traps. You got to avoid these traps. You got to shut them down in the future. See them for what they are. Recognize you have the power to fall into them or not. Just like you have the power to be angry or to not be. And see how broken and manipulated and deceived and how much help she needs.
I honestly have reached a point where I've forgiven her for all of that, everything. I've forgiven her for everything. I honestly am grateful for her and grateful for the fact that she's still in my life. I'm grateful that she came back and that my kids are here. I really am. And it took me a long time to get to this because there was a lot of inaccurate emotion that I was dwelling in and wallowing in. I was wallowing in this like woe is me type of attitude where I wanted everybody to feel sorry for me.
Yes.
I was thinking
you were a victim.
I think I was thinking everybody was going to do what Dana did for me. And I made a fatal mistake there because nobody's like her. So she's like me. She's really me.
Well, hold on now. I want you to imagine Kimberly. Standing before you. Visualize Kimberly in her soul. And say to Kimberly from your heart what you need to say and you want her to understand.
I don't want to control you. I never wanted to control you. I never wanted to stop your progress as a person. I always wanted to help you. I know that I caused a lot of these things that happened because I hurt people with my words, that I hurt you very deeply with my words in ways in front of the children that made you. I understand why you left. I made you think that I was not the right person to have a family, and that I was not capable of raising our children and setting a good example for them. And I just want to tell you that that's not who I am. And I have come so far since then. Showing people.
Very good. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Very good. Tell her how much you love her in this one.
I never loved anybody like I love you. I was designed for you. That's why it deserves me so much to watch you with all these other people. Well, I don't even know what to think anymore. I don't know if I'm supposed to save space for you or just close it off, move on. Or just, that could be so much that I just don't even care if I die or live.
No, don't think that way. Don't say
That's
that.
right. If I don't stop that thought process,
you are needed in this world. This is not all about Adam, why you came here. You have to
I feel
learn.
like that's why I'm here. So if she's gonna do this, then why am I here?
Your children need you. The world needs you. You have a mission, and you are stronger than that. To let any adversary, any obstacles hold you back from your true path. You've already overcame so many. You can climb the highest mountain.
I understand why you torture me.
Okay. Now ask
Do this
her.
anymore, but
Okay. Ask her now.
Don't know.
We're gonna ask her focus. I want you to Om. What do you say? 3 Oms. So 3 Very good. Very good. One more. Very good. Okay. Now she's still there before you, and we're going to speak to her. We're going to ask her the question. We're asking her soul now. So ask Kimberly.
Why do you continuously hurt me?
Yes, ask her, and now wait for the response.
Purpose? She hates me.
She said she hates you.
That I ruined her, destroyed her.
Start sending her healing light. I'm going to call on Raphael and Azreal and Michael.
True, I built her.
So we're going to see
Destroyed
Michael.
anybody in my life.
Yes, well, you hurt her a lot is what she means.
No.
So we're going to start sending her light from you, light from heaven, light from the angels of love and healing and forgiveness and understanding are going to shine through her, all around her, down into every cell of her being, shining away the darkness. And I want you to look for cords on her. Look for and identify where these cords are. Or what's
So many bunch on her back, onto her temples, is kind of dragging from her legs, like feet. They're all over.
Wow. Okay.
They're all over her.
Where is the thickest?
In her like lower spine, like
Okay.
lower lumbar, fire, like hips, kind of.
Okay. So follow that
Her
cord
stomach.
in the stomach. Wow, yeah, she's got them bad.
It like goes through her, kind of. It looks
Okay.
like they're intertwined.
Okay, so follow these cords back in her stomach and spine.
Yeah. You're going through these things that she did. She's like almost all of them. From all the main ones are from after she
Went to Florida?
After she came back, and I didn't let her, she came back and was her true. This is the last time that I saw her true self. No mask.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted.
But look at all the things controlling
She
her.
wanted to fix her family and come back,
Mm-hmm.
move back in. I wanted to let her, but my parents wouldn't let me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told her that she couldn't stay in there, but my kids could, and she took the kids and didn't let them stay there. And moved in with her friend Cassie, and she started doing these things that were ultimately her torturing herself the way that she was torturing me.
Yep.
in very much the same fashion because she thought that since she lost me, that she wasn't worth anything.
That's so sad how broken you both are and how miserable you are without each other.
I was so bad at her that I feel horrible about this. I saw her weakness and I attacked her because that's what she did to me. She laughed at that in the beginning. It's not why. It's not because. That's just what I did. There's no excuse for it.
Forgive yourself. For you were deceived and you were in darkness at that time.
I was so mean to her that she literally went and just found the youngest person that she could that would have sex with her and literally showed me pictures of him, texted me for a week, teetering back and forth on like, oh, I'm just gonna do this with him.
Look at why she's being mean now after you were so mean to her.
Yeah, she was trying, to hurt, and I know that
she's doing what you did to her.
And she was saying at this point in time, she was talking about Dana. Anytime that I would say anything about him, she would just be like, "Oh, talk to Dana." I wasn't even, Dana wouldn't even talk to me anymore on the phone at that point in time. That was all lucky again, man.
Okay, well, where are those cords attached to? That
on me?
They're on you?
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
From her that we followed, the big ones from her stomach and her back?
Attached to that guy.
Okay.
Cassie, her friend, and then there's this other guy that I was in the county with that was talking about what he did to her, with her, and there's a whole series 50% of the chords are from this because this guy she did something that I stopped asking about because basically she was having sex with multiple people at once and it was on a live feed. The guy put her on a live feed and it did so much damage.
She did a pornography?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't know, and she had sex with these. I don't know if it was more than two people, but it was at least two people. I could tell by her text messages after this event. But essentially, what happened is she was having sex with these two people at the same time, and they had her full of drugs to the point where she wasn't noticing what was going on, and they videotaped her on the live feed so that all of that Cassie girl's friends watched this. And the Cassie girl, I learned through my spiritual work that Cassie girl literally designed this to break Kimberly down because of how jealous she was of her. She gave her the karmic. She literally created.
She set it up the whole trap. She set her trapped her.
And so then, Kim had to take a plan B from that, and basically everybody in that friend group started looking at her as oh, and she started getting treated like that, and then she started to own it in these ways that were really bad, man. And she tried to fix that by looking through so many people, doing knows what with them, trying to find. This source told me she was always trying to find me. She was always trying to find one iota of the feelings that she got from me, and she never could. And the further that she went, the more frantic that she's gotten. And now she's in a state of psychosis. She's in constant pain. She can't eat. Her sister fighting constantly. Kids are fighting her, emulating her. She's so sick now, and it's
Okay, let's cut her cords. Let's help her. So we're gonna call in Azreal. We're gonna see Azreal now there before you with you too.
I love you.
Azrael's gonna help us. Azrael's gonna help us. Say, Azrael, we needed you. We needed you. We needed you. Hero's coming to help too. Come on, Hero. Yeah, we love
You help
Azrael.
me more than anybody in this world.
What's Azrael say?
I know. I have always been here. I have always been helping you. You would have been dead without me. And that's good. Because that's who you are.
Thank you, Azrael. Thank you for saving
me.
me.
Said. That's why he likes me. That's why he messes with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's
It's amazing.
patient with me.
And you're so special.
Me all these things. And that's why he's going to teach me how to free Kim or help me free Kim. Because he doesn't know if we should do that. Or basically, she's kind of already saying he just seems skeptical about this whole situation.
Well, let's have him cut those cords the correct way, burning away the ash with his weapon. And we're going to cut all of her cords right now. Cut all of them. Burn all of them. She is getting a refresh and so much help and blessings right now and doesn't even know it. So we're going to continue.
You just say now he just doesn't know if I'm ready to interact with her. That's all. He's skeptical about my rate of ascension.
That's
he
okay.
said.
Well, you need to not let her distract you.
Right. That's what he's.
But she's exactly. Part of your growth also.
Right. So that's why he confused. He said he just doesn't know what to tell me exactly.
Well,
right now.
They can't tell you all
He says that I'm good at cutting things.
Okay, well, ask him about your weapon. Where is your weapon?
That's why I just said. He said we have to make it. Or we need to have a meeting or whatever that's dedicated to that specifically.
What's that?
We need to meet in the 5D to do that specifically. I have to meditate on that.
To create your weapon?
And then, yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take time to create it?
I have to imagine it, he says.
Okay, so start visualizing it.
It looks like it's kind of like a trident.
Like a trident? Okay.
Kind of. It just has like 3 prongs on it. It's like a mixture of like a trident and like the thing that
the scythe.
Raphael turtle has. It's like in between that. It's kind of like a sword, but the spikes, the side spikes are like way down at the hilt, basically.
Okay, I'll have Adam draw me a picture.
Fire, the flames are kind of like white lasers. Flames.
Laser light.
Yeah, I can see it very clearly. I don't really know exactly. Gamma. He says it's gamma ray. Gamma. He says it's lasers. Gamma.
Very cool. All right.
That's how he says that move things from people. Gamma.
Okay. Ask what is this weapon's name? You have to name it.
Choice is yours, right?
You have to name it.
Sal.
Sal?
Which is short for salvation.
Okay. Okay, very good. Beautiful. Sal. So let's connect to Sal. Let's use Sal. Let's ask Sal to be your brother in arms. And you will have a relationship with this weapon. It has a consciousness of its own.
He's talking to me. Saying that I can do anything with there's limitless potential with this. He says that this this type of light goes from one side of the universe to the other in a burst, so that it's like like a pulsar at the end of it, on a small scale, but it's got thin, like really thin diameter. Basically, like I can see it. And this, he says it's essentially like he said he's essentially like a hyper scalpel, hyper light scalpel.
Okay.
So he said something like that.
So is it not very big? Is it small?
No, he's like as long as the big one's like as long as my arm.
Okay.
Basically, but it at the end of the white type of flame that seems like it's in between states. It's not really. It's like in between gas and solid or whatever, but not liquid. It's kind of looks like a flame, but out of the end of that comes this like a laser. He said that's what we used to do everything. The laser.
Okay.
He said that the combat part of it has not been used for years. Whatever the big time scale.
Okay.
Long
Ages.
Those he's saying since the battle, like that, these have been upgraded.
Very good. So let's ask
frequencies have been tuned.
Okay.
And it resonates at. So we find a harmonious frequency to resonate at that is safe.
Okay. Now let's ask how do we use it to cut these cords now? Do you know how to use it, or does it need to tell you?
I kind of already started. That's what I was saying. First, he was telling me like you point it like a scalpel, basically, and kind of like pretty much. He said, cut the flesh around it. You don't want to cut the actual barb thing, which is, he said that I hurt you accidentally because I pulled it out, so I wanted to throw it at the person. So you're not supposed to do that. It's dangerous. If you weren't so powerful, it could have killed you. I'm sorry. He's Sal saying that I now he says that I know way more now already.
Okay.
He said that basically if you need to be very careful not to hit the whatever metal or part, because then it'll get stuck in there and really hard to get out. So professionals, he said, come.
Okay.
And he said that you could be like that. We could be like that.
The professional?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said that it can be used to illuminate things in different parts of the galaxy, universe. It can be used to give energy to these things. Is how it.
This weapon or tool?
Yeah, it's a tool. He says, okay, yeah.
He said I can use him too. Okay.
He said that you would basically. He said when I was talking about it, he was talking about how him and whoever wields him find a very unique harmonious frequency to resonate at that's unique to him. And he was talking about me at the time. Now he's saying that he will find a like or similar frequency.
Okay.
He says that you need this.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes, I do.
And he feels bad for you because you've been plagued with these cord things. They're not your fault, like Kimberly or me, for example. Saying you guys put
I'm under attack.
You put the opportunity out there for you're not doing this, he said. So he says that we could easily destroy whatever it is.
Okay.
They're just trying to distract us because of something else that's going on that would be way easier for us to see if we weren't dancing around trying to figure this out. what he said.
Okay, interesting. So how's Kimberly coming now? Let's focus on her.
She's almost she's almost already free. She has weird ones attached to her head.
Okay.
He said that are basically from not Cassie anymore because Kim cut those. He said somehow.
Okay.
Unhealthily, but like ripped those out. He said that the cords in her head are mind control.
Okay. Whose house those? Let's follow those.
Yeah, I'm trying to trace these one coming out of each temple. One of them is your mom, and the other one is your dad. They're constantly telling her that I'm the problem, that I'm her problem, that the reason that she was hitting me, the reason why she was hurting me was because of me, because he's saying that the mom knows that I am not this, but says that I'm a demon anyways to try to confuse.
Because she's a demon.
Yeah.
Is she human?
The dad, though.
Is the mom human?
Hybrid.
Okay.
He said the dad, though, is the dad doesn't understand these things like mom. The dad is a simple man, this is true, who's concerned with simple things and looks at this whole situation like he's just going to roll with whatever his daughter does. Okay. And since she's so in her ego because of her mom, especially about me, he just has no choice but to just kind of go along.
So he's controlled by mom too, probably.
No, they don't talk like each other. Okay. He's just very complacent. It says he wants to die. I kind of know what he's talking about. He's obsessed. He has blocks in his heart.
Yeah, we need to help him too. At another session, we can try to help him.
He says the mom invoked some sort of thing into herself a long time ago that
a demon
fused itself into her. It's going to be part of her now.
Can we cut any of her cords?
Says that he does. He said we can cut cords. The cords everybody said, but he doesn't know. He doesn't. They said Azreal say this is one of the situations where he doesn't. Where he was talking about to me, where you have to be very, very careful separating this type of demon because the mom is so weak. So the same type of demon on Kim that the mom sent on to Kim. It's kind of related to the other demon, and like they are like really, really, really into those bodies. Okay. Like they feel
really
like
attached to that body.
Bodies. Here's what they're saying, and they'll never let go. We'll never let go. If you take me away, we'll take her soul. Okay. Like saying it like as a song.
Like they're like kamikaze bomb. They want to take everybody with them.
Well, no, they hold on so tight that it. And he's saying that it puts, like, the mom is so unhealthy now that without the demon's power, she may not be able to survive. Die.
Yeah, die. I know. Demons keep a lot of people alive that are evil. So they get demon protection, essentially. But
it says, Azreal is saying that Kimberly understands this now. Kimberly understands. Wow, that's interesting. It says that Kimberly hasn't talked to her mom for a while.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, I didn't know that.
All right. Well, the mom's going to perish from her own demise or her own devices.
It's saying that they stopped talking because Tiffany was telling her sister, Kim's sister was calling her Jackie Jr., which is Jackie. That's crazy. Jackie is her mom's name. I mean, I've said that to her at times. It meant it, but it also was trying to hurt her. I find that interesting that her sister actually said. I guess the mom tried to sort out their fight. They had a fight, and Kim felt like she backed up the sister because Kim the sister's eye out. Basically, kind of gave her black eyes. So the mom scolded Kim, and Kim hasn't talked to her since then. Kim now realizes, though, that the mom influenced her away from me. She doesn't understand all the reasons why or exactly, but she gets that it wasn't our fault, really. It was our parents' fault.
Yep. All right, I understand that. So keep together, these three people.
Because they are weak by themselves, too weak to do anything to anybody, basically. That has any kind of power. They somehow, they're whatever they're doing is all interdependent. So, like, if one of them doesn't do whatever spell work they're doing, then either one of the other one's stuff is effective.
Okay.
He says they try to do stuff to me, but they don't like messing with me because it only works like half the time because of him, because of Azreal. They don't know why, but it's like they're not trying to hit me with stuff anymore because it's just like a waste of energy. So, because they're not getting results. He says that I have all kinds of cords in me from so long ago. I don't even care. I act like I don't care. I just like being there.
Well, no, let's cut your.
Well, I know, yeah, that's why he's saying. That's why my attitude has been like, he's saying he's like he's mimicking me. He's interesting. He's saying like these cords are my. What is it? These cords are my getting life, but that's not correct. It's not different. Like, these are my responsibility. I won't let that's true. I wouldn't let anybody in. I wouldn't let anybody help.
Okay, so do you have, how many cords do you have right now?
I have cords on me from karmic, it says, that are really weak because it says that he actually likes me now, kind of.
Okay.
Idolizes me. Whoa.
The karmic from Kim?
Chris.
Okay.
Says he's doing really bad.
Okay.
Worse than Kim even.
Okay.
Because of how he was doing her. Like, she was doing this stuff to me that she basically was picking up off him and throwing it right into me, like moves, basically, or whatever that worked on her. And most of it worked on me. And Chris's life fell apart since his relationship with Kim. Kim showed him the compassion that I taught her how to tap into, and he never felt that before. And then he just had all these other girls, like he already says. So Azreal was telling me that I should try and help him too, because the right thing to do. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let's work on your cords first. Where are your other cords from?
From my mom.
Okay.
And I put cords into her too, he says.
Yeah. When you get mad at her.
He says those are some of the oldest ones on me. He says some of those are from the 90s. They've been on me. They've been hanging on me since the 90s.
Yep. Let's loosen, lighten up today. Yeah. Oh, from the 90s. Okay. Any other ones? From Kim, I'm sure.
Yeah, those are all in my bag.
Okay.
In my private.
Okay.
That's just kind of like a joke or something.
That makes sense. So you know how you got them. Sexually transmitted cords.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Much harder to get rid of. Antibiotics don't work. And they don't work anyway. Those are bad. We already discussed. Okay, any other? So let's cut all those cords. Let's start with the oldest one, or however you want to go about it. Direct the sword and use the sword and Azreal to cut and burn away even the roots. Okay.
Saying this is like prove my posture even.
It will, yes.
I'm like crippled, kind of still.
Beautiful. Keep cutting all those cords.
Cut those off my mom too. He said I never should have abandoned my mom. We should have abandoned each other. He said that our mutual abandonment of each other is the source of all of the pain in my nuclear family.
Well, we can work on that. We can fix that now that it's identified. So perfect.
She says she has a lot of hope now because of how I've been since I met you. She doesn't know about you, it's just not, but just in that time frame, she's seen you change and go back to the first I was.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's okay. You're helping your mom today. Did you cut? So are we cutting them on your mom's side?
Cut the ball for real quick.
We're going to send you, Raphael is going to send you healing light to where all those wounds are, where all those cords were. Sending them to Kimberly, sending it to your mom. Every cord that was removed, we're going to fill it with peace and love.
Kimberly
and strength.
loves my mom more than she loves her own mom. Kimberly says that my mom and dad and me were the first people to show her love, compassion, and unconditional love. We taught her that, and she wished that she didn't destroy this connection so that she could repay them and subsequently do. So much damage. She feels like that she's seen as this
bad guy.
Lower level. That's what she's saying. Like,
Now we're going to continue. We have to, since we're removing them, we have to fill a void. Whenever you leave a void, we have to fill it. Take the dark out and put the light in. So we're going to see the rainbow light we're going to send that has everything that our souls need: strength, compassion, trust, understanding, wisdom, strength. All of the rainbow light and aura will infuse into Kimberly, into those wounds. Infuse into you, infuse into your mother. Send them to me to finish healing my wounds, removing my cords.
He said we need to make another shield on you and all everybody.
Okay.
He said they've been throwing. Said me and Kim were ascending at one point in time. And that we were destined to be a couple. And he says that this is not gone. The potential is not gone from this. It's just really there's a lot of retrograde. It says like reverse work is that means there needs to be a lot of reversals of energy that has been really forced into its present posture. And it says only me and her and the other entities involved can do this. It says this is precisely why it would be good if I were to try to help that dude, Chris, because it just cause it said like a pressure valve releases pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really interesting.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter who it is, if they're tied into those cords, the more people you release out of it, the less pressure. And it says people like him only have one cord. It's easy to cut him off. For cut him free, not cut him off. Bad, cut him off.
Interesting.
It says that Chris dude was tapping into dark energy until it encountered me.
Oh, okay.
It said that he tried to do stuff to me that got reflected back onto him. And he finally saw somebody that had light. And he then realized that he was wrong about her. He was energy. And then he couldn't get Kim back. So he got mad at me. And was jealous of me because he thought that I was gaining some sort of influence with her, which I really wasn't. She was tricking me. I thought that I was too at that point in time, but I wasn't. And it said that at this point in time, she she was frustrated with my proximity to her because she had all of these, like, what she did. So there's all kinds of people who said, dudes and girls watching our relationship that then saw this as their moment, and she really, really liked that. So like she was doing like
they sent her temptation.
After temptation, after temptation, after temptation, it says, and she took all of them. She's greedy with that type of energy, it says, because she didn't realize what it was. She didn't understand that it's just sexual energy that's essentially worthless.
Okay. All right, so let's go back.
Who all of them were, if we can't get it doesn't matter who it is. Like if we can just, so he said that we need to be more tuned into our shell 5D 3 both, so that we can catch this fluctuation or this anomaly when it comes in.
Okay. So do we have to identify them to protect ourselves from their attacks or no?
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't. He says that you just make shields for puny things like this because you spend your whole life picking them off of you like fleas. Because there's so many of them that if you became high enough priority for them, that they just endlessly send. He said, like, people like him, he just keep sending like hordes of them at him, so he just ignores them. But he has like perma shields or whatever. But he said that they can't really hurt us. They just are like pissing us off or frustrating us. Distracting, yeah. It's the end result is that we're like not paying attention to what we're supposed to be paying attention to.
Okay. So
he feels like his explanations of his feelings hurt you, and he doesn't know how to, or he's learning. He's trying to learn. Says that he thinks he knows that he can learn this from me, which is so
okay.
Like,
yeah, that's
I'm really, really good at that.
yeah.
So
okay, good.
I never even thought about that. I don't know why. I just want to get involved in you. So I'm saying I should never feel that way about anybody's stuff.
Okay. Jesus said that?
He said that what I bring to the table is the first thing that he mentioned. That's why he mentioned it. He said that I should never feel that way because I can make anyone smile, even the most dangerous individual like your best friend. Always smiles when he's with you. He said that Calhoun's face is always a frown unless he was just.
Oh. It's okay. It's okay. You bless so many people's lives.
Said that guy absorbs people's pain.
Calhoun?
And, he transmute. But he's like, he does this like a junkie. He like searches for pain and absorbs it. Sadomasochistic energy, like.
So he'd release a lot of pressure if we helped him.
Says that would be our greatest feat. If we could bring him into the light. It says that he would command an army immediately because of how powerful.
I just got goosebumps.
And that he's one of the most powerful people alive, but he thinks he's one of the most evil people alive. That he's so sad. He's sad because when he's released, all he does is inflict pain on people. He doesn't need to. Even when he's in there, he just inflicts pain on people. He doesn't know how to stop. He wants to stop. But the world's pain. So he learned how to digest it. A long time ago, it says. That's why everybody always thought he was evil.
Well, who's controlling him?
Aliens.
Aliens?
So that aliens
have
they not bad. Aliens, they tried to, that's true. It says that his dad left mom, and that the older brother was distracted in his ego, and so the aliens tried to upgrade him. It was like some really, really nice stuff. It was the state of the art stuff into him. But he into Josh, and he went AWOL, and like used the they're saying he did like really, really bad. What he did was really, really bad because he used the gifts as weapons, and that's what tainted his energy.
That's why he went to prison.
Well, yeah. It was like beyond that, it like it made him bad. Basically, it made him think that he's convinced. Convinced him that he is like a negative person.
Okay, can we cut? Let's cut his cords today that he has. Let's bless him today and get him started.
Says that he could be the person that would, so he could help people for us inside of there. Even if he's out here, he likes it in there because that's all he knows. He feels very uncomfortable out here. Because he would never let nobody know that. And the reason why he likes hanging out with me so much is because I'm one of the few people that knows that. And he doesn't have to hide that from me so he can relax.
Okay. What's his mission that he's supposed to be doing?
He feels like he's an assassin, but he doesn't know who he's supposed to kill.
Okay. What is his light work mission? That's his... or Jesus. Ask Jesus.
He's supposed to like fuel. He's the fuel.
Okay.
That's what it's saying. Like he makes everybody. He
can fire people up.
Yeah, beyond that, he said that he makes people believe in themselves, and like in a way that's very, very valuable because he can do it really quick. He like can just do his thing, and everybody else is confident in our ability as a group to accomplish whatever it is that's going on. It's like likening him to like a soldier on a horse that rides up and down the line. So that's what he's done. And
is he a light warrior? Or is he a light general?
General.
Okay.
Says that he's a disavowed general, that thinks that he's a worthless demon, basically assassin, saying like similar to like a Sicario.
All right. Well, let's cut his cords. Are we gonna cut? Let's get Sal out, Azreal, and Jesus. We're all here to help him.
He likes his cords the way they are.
That's what Josh said.
Yeah, he's like mad about kind of.
Tell him we're here to help him, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Really. He's like laughing. So sees me. This is weird. Said, what's going on? Like that's what?
What's going on?
I think he's a dream. Or he's like, says he's high. Like he smokes weed in there all the time.
Okay.
He's like, damn.
Well, tell him we are visiting him in the astral realm.
Yeah.
And we came to help him. We are a team here to help him. The assassins of light. We bring the light. We're assassinating the dark hordes today for him.
Yeah, he wants to take his role back. Now he sees what he actually had.
Yeah, all the gifts.
He says that's crazy. How can someone be so confused about themselves?
He's laughing
at himself.
That's great. We love it.
So he does.
Tell him no one is too far gone. That's the thing that people and demons will tell themselves. We all can be redeemed. We all can be reborn. We all can get on that mission when we're ready to do it. God is waiting for us to do it.
You say, "Stop! What is you doing?" You can like see what's going on. It says that he's like me. He can see through the portals. He's
okay.
Psychic.
He's very psychic.
So it's frantic.
Okay, we'll talk. We'll figure out. Tell your foot to calm down. Tell him we'll talk in a second. Tell your foot.
He's saying that happened because he said, okay, saying that he was telling me to walk with him, but we were supposed to leave, so they did that to both of our feet.
Okay.
Because he just takes off. It was just totally true.
Okay.
He just wanted to talk to me, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay, tell him that we're all friends here. We're all on the same team here.
You can tell we were in his head. We better be friends.
That's what he said.
He said, like, I can tell. I mean, you in my head, you better be my friend. You all up in me.
Tell him, does he remember me? Ask.
Oh, yeah. So he likes you. He always likes you, whether or not he's going to turn to you. So he's like, I like you. Because you're how you are. You're like edgy.
Mm-hmm.
Edgy back then, especially like the edgy person. Like him.
Thank you. I like him too.
Nice, interesting, like good style. He's saying genuine smile, like him. Misunderstood, like him.
Yep. Yes, very true.
So that he identifies with people like you a lot. This is one of his son. He had his son with the woman similar to you. Rita.
Rena?
Yeah. So she's kind of like she's styling like you. So
oh, thank you.
Interesting. I know who she is, kind of. She's like this Mexican lady.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, that's a pretty high praise. Just like you clicked out though. So he's liking your style level to hers.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Compliments. He's saying that he doesn't understand how he's talking to you. Is this through me? Yeah, basically, it's reversed. He's talking like I'm easier and I'm here through you. That's what I'm trying. What I was trying to tell him. Brain. He doesn't understand it because he's just really interesting. He still thinks it's a dream.
Tell him it's not a dream.
He doesn't understand that.
Tell him it's a waking dream.
How? You know, that happened.
That we have magic powers, tell him. Literally. And I'm not kidding.
He's like slapping his knee. He's like, hey, this shit.
We are who are we? The Avengers? We haven't came up with a name of Ultron. We are superheroes with superpowers. And he is too. He's one of us. We're all superheroes here to help the planet.
He says, this is why he was always saying all that weird stuff to me. At times you say stuff, and I'd look at you like, am I supposed to be hanging out with this guy? Because he's so like coarse. Yeah. Like Jesus is saying, like he didn't think that he belonged with people like me, basically. But my family said my family showed him that that's not true, that he can fit in with any caste, any level of people. He's saying that my parents freed him from his psychological prison because he got to experience the world. He told me this too. He told me this. So we took him all over the country and showed him things that the best things, his favorite things. Said we're his favorite people. He would never hurt us. He said he's grown to the point where he knows he's not supposed to hurt other people, the same people he loves, he says, but he would knock them down for people like me and you, my family and your family. Says that he knows that his initial purpose was on a grandiose scale to protect people like you. Says because you're like this special weapon. Like Weapon X. He's saying he's fascinated with why he sees kind of what's going on. I can this out really fast. He's fascinated with why I was in his life. Now,
God brought you two together.
Real. He's like, if this is real, this is crazy. Oh
my gosh. It's real.
Crazy stuff. Like, oh man, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know, but there's something. I don't know what
he sees Jesus there. What else do you think going on?
He said he thought that was one of my hippie friends.
Is Jesus laughing? Jesus is funny too.
He's saying we can pull him out of his cell or his mind into this whenever you want. This is awesome. He's like, I don't care what this is. This is so
Tell him,
much
yeah,
better.
he can astral travel the world again if he learns
He
how
says
to
he
use
does
it.
that. He said that that's lonely though, just like his cell. He said this is different.
Mm-hmm.
This is a communal thing that he hasn't experienced since he was free.
Oh Lord, we're glad to experience with him.
Yeah.
And he's quite entertaining, tell him.
Yeah, you are too.
Okay, well tell him, is he ready to be reborn today? And we're cutting his cords and blessing him. The universe came to bless him today.
Hey, you know me, I'm born ready.
Beautiful. So we're going to get all of the archangels in source and our light to send on to him, cutting all those cords, awakening another phoenix, another grand spirit to get on his path, to be the light in this world, that the light is more powerful than any darkness, bringing back the truth of God, the powers of God, the miracles we can do and achieve together to bring and manifest heaven on earth. For that's what God, Creator, always wanted for us, the Garden of Eden, that we threw it away before, and now is our chance to have it back and rebuild it, even better than the first Garden of Eden. The Garden at 2.0, they told me, even better. And let's go visit it right now. Let's have a vision for all of us to see of the new earth. We're going to go to that time when new earth has manifested, to peace, love, and unity rule the day, to light has overcome the dark.
Saying that he literally is the keeper of peace in that.
Okay.
He's the antithesis to when people that are dangerous act out.
He's a peacekeeper there?
He came all the way to the light. He's the like anvil that's deployed upon the chaos of deviance. It says in that world, deviance is saying is extremely rare in comparison to this world where it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Saying that he doesn't necessarily like this because this is boring. Kind of person who sits around waiting all the time, but he doesn't necessarily like his work either. He's going to be the anvil. Let's do something else again, it says.
Okay.
But this is way future, well beyond our lifetimes.
Okay.
Just because of how he pushed it, it says it's saying that he's like an eternal thing. And that's why he has so much power. He keeps, so that he can keep incarnating infinitely.
Mm-hmm.
So he's one
who's he a reincarnation of? Spiritual, powerful being.
Egyptians.
Egyptian, okay.
I'm saying that's when they upgraded it.
Okay.
Because he was supposed to. That's when they gave the weapons. He was supposed to do what he's doing in the future then. But it's saying like much like even the kid. It's saying that he's some sort of like king's energy. That's why he acts the way he does. It's just pretty. I see why. I see that he doesn't understand why he acts the way he does, but he.
Okay, does he understand we're in the times of revelations and we're in the time of prophetic age shift of the ages, and the old ways are dying and we're here to bring in the new world?
Yeah, he says that he lives for the transitions.
Okay.
Or not lives for it, like that's his most favorite parts is when the dark becomes light. So much happens so fast.
Well, we need him to get to work. We need him activated. Even if he's in there, he can start his work and get back on the path and help relieve so much pressure just where he is.
Says he's down. He says he just doesn't think everybody else is going to do their part. But he'll do his thing. He always does his thing, he says. But
yeah, it doesn't matter what others do. We've been rebels our whole life. We are the rebels of light.
He said, okay, say that then. We're rebels. He likes that.
Jesus was a rebel.
Yeah.
Jesus was anti-government.
Yeah.
Jesus was anti-religion. Jesus was a way shower, way above and ahead of his time, just like all of us.
He's never been anti-religion. That's tough. So that's why this is so interesting to him now.
Religion, God has no religion.
Right, as you said, right. So I've always been into that, whatever, like all that kind of me now. So he was betrayed by the Muslims. Said how he lost God.
Just tell him when you take God out of the religion is when you find God.
Said Muslims are like a weak gang in prison.
Well, tell him Jesus' religion was love.
He said he's proud of me.
Good, beautiful. Yes.
Never heard him say that about anybody before.
Of course he's proud of you.
Saying that Bodhi's really important. Saying he could use people like Bodhi. I should make some more people like him.
So you should have more children?
I should make some more people like him. Yeah, basically. He's just making jokes. I can do whatever I want. He's saying that I did good work with him.
Okay.
I'm doing good work with him is what he's saying. Like I'm
good. You're
doing
a good father.
what he always wished he could have did with his sons.
Beautiful. What a beautiful thing to say.
He is very grateful for what I did for his son. I would be his son throughout. His son's like in his 20s. I would be his son. Periodic times for him. Give him shoes. Like buy him like super expensive, like rare stuff, and tell him that it was from Josh.
Oh,
that
was so nice of you.
That continue doing that for him, and that's the only reason why his son accepts him.
Oh, what a beautiful thing! You helped so many people and so many lives that you've touched. Both of you have.
You said that you felt like he failed me the day that you heard that I got shot because he was supposed to be there for me.
Tell him you.
So that I would have never went anywhere near that place if he was free.
Okay. Tell him it's okay and forgive himself.
He's telling you he's sorry for the people he shot.
He's telling me he's sorry?
Sorry for the people he shot. He doesn't want to shoot them. He's saying he's sorry for the people he killed. He didn't want to kill them. He wishes that they didn't die.
Well, there is no real death. Tell him. Tell him there's no real death. That's an illusion.
He says that I met the kids of one of the people he's killed. And that I was really nice to him. Restored some sort of energy to Josh, basically.
Interesting.
Unwittingly.
Okay, beautiful. Well, tell him he needs to forgive himself and that he can ask, just like he can astral travel, he can find the souls of the ones he killed and tell them he's sorry. That's part of where his work can begin. To send them your true sorry and ask for their forgiveness. And if their soul doesn't forgive you, it's okay. They aren't ready and they will in time. We can't force anyone who's not ready for a message, understand? But I think many will forgive him and understand.
He said that he needs to be out here. He needs to be with us in order to do that. He said if you do stuff like that and there, it's dangerous. He could lose his life because people will see him as weak.
He can do this in the astral world.
He's just targeted because of what he's done to people in there. So if he shows his faith, shows his true love for God, spirituality, he says he's learned everything like us, kind of. He's like, has nothing else to do in there, so he's just absorbed it like us, kind of, all of them. and he has to hide it
Okay.
because he's supposed to be me.
Ask, is that what Jesus wants him to do? And
obviously not.
Yeah.
Jesus, like, he's supposed to be teaching people how to love, not hide.
Tell him, don't be afraid to be seen in the light, and God will protect him. And he needs to believe he's protected, and he's been protected for a long time.
He's trying to, like, get us to, like, use this magic to get him out.
Tell him that.
He's not like frantic. He's just like, man, y'all should get me out of there. Yeah, take me out of here then.
Where's he at? Take him out of it. Is he in a prison in his mind too?
He's saying that in our terms, like, you know, like, take his, what he's saying, he's take his 3D body out of it. I can't
tell him he can start to visualize being free and him getting out.
He said he's always been free. The one thing that they can never take from him is his mind.
Yep, and his soul, unless he gives it to the dark.
Take that if they kill him, or, well, they can, and whatever. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
But they can never take his mind.
And tell him to manifest the magic that he needs to pray and meditate and see himself being released and see himself being set free, and believe that that will happen sooner than he thinks.
He says it's an appeal process. He's saying that this charge is very, very weak. He just doesn't have the amount of money. He can't get the amount of money necessary to fight it right now. Okay, well, tell him miracles happen and miracles are real, and we are going to all pray for him, and for him to continue to pray to break those chains and give him a new chance. This is what he's saying. He's saying that he's saying stuck. He's like, I would rather come back to prison with 10 murder convictions in this case. He said he thinks it's highly ironic that me and him both have child cases that are trumped up. Okay. We love the kids, he says. Yes. Well, tell him to pray for justice here and pray for forgiveness and redemption, and that we have to disconnect now and know that he can talk to you like this and reach out to other soul family that's open to it, and that he needs to start growing his power, using his abilities, practicing them, using them for the light, and then he'll be able to use his gifts even more and be blessed by the universe and blessed by Creator and blessed by his ancestors. But we bless him today and thank you for communicating with us and meeting with us. And we'll be in touch and check up on him. And Adam, of course, will, I'm sure, check up on you more. And you can have more meetings like this. But we're going to bring Adam back now. Unless there's a message, before we disconnect, is there a message from the Agarthans today that they want Adam to know or me to know? So disconnect from everybody else. I can be them. Wait, speak up. I can be a part of them. Okay. I possess the qualities to understand them after I study or something. Okay. Can you see one? Ask to see what they look like. I'm seeing they're showing me like ships and like movement, like a pilgrim, like migration across it, like a galactic migration. I'm saying that they're doing this now, that I could be a part of that, or like aid that somehow. Okay. They're saying that I have periodically talked to them somehow. Okay. They don't even understand how I got to that point. I was just like a kid playing around on a microphone. Okay. Tune in different frequencies and found them. Yeah, but that doesn't really, regardless, it's still fascinating to them. They want to know. They didn't know about you. Yeah, they want to know what else I can do. They're trying to get me to like understand them and like what they're doing is really like they're in this like smoke. kind of stuff. No one
They don't want to show you
show
their
me
form?
what they look like. Whatever.
Well, tell them
Why.
you would like to see them
One of them
today. Where are they
showed me
hiding?
they're tall. One of them showed me is like silhouette. It says that I know him.
From past life?
All life.
Mm.
She said I worked with him through past life. But I still recognize him in this life. If I were to see him. And the same that I do good work. I am a teacher.
You were a teacher?
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of saying that like I'm the guide or something.
Okay.
For humans. So I am saying that you can get everybody to follow you like the Pied Piper into the light.
Mm-hmm.
You too. So like you can like the way that we speak is intoxicating in good ways, so that we can push around it. We can make people believe in themselves and their abilities. Like Josh, they couldn't do that, saying that we can't. Mm. So it's saying we're supposed to. We're like, I don't know, like black kind of. This like skin was kind of like black, or just tear weathered. This was saying he's the captain, or the lead of the scouting.
Okay, he's the captain of what? Of
ships and whatever.
Okay. Ask him what type of being would I know him as? Is it reptilian?
No, saying it's not bad. It's the one that ones that he said most of them are the ones that work. He said there's some Garthans there, not him. He said he works with them. Mm-hmm. Typically, like they're found amongst his species is found amongst them.
Okay, so he works with the Agarthans?
So he said he basically is, he's part of their society. He's just not Agarthan.
Okay, what planet is he from?
He said that they made him talk to me because they're skeptical about me. They don't know exactly. They're
he's an intermediary?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know if you were ready, so that's what, this is fine.
Right. You're saying there's nothing wrong with this. That is okay. You're saying that I might not be able to handle seeing them yet, or scare me or something. Okay. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I told him you wouldn't be afraid.
They're saying it overwhelmed me for some reason.
Yeah, they told me that too, like a year ago.
Interesting. I'm saying that it's almost, that part's almost over. That's what he said. Like I'm about through that energy. I'm kind of past that, but they have to be sure that somebody doesn't. They want us to come to them somehow. I don't know if that is physically or, but they have to be sure that someone like me isn't in and of myself, or isn't equipped with some sort of homing beacon.
Okay, you make sure he's not a spy.
Well, they're saying that not that I'm a spy, that people like basically, since he's saying that spies know that you communicate with them, therefore they can slip something onto me easily because I don't pay attention. So there's like a chain reaction thing potential that they can see. Okay. And they said that it's not a big deal. They're just waiting for.
Okay, tell them that's fine. Tell them that's fine. This is an introduction. They can get to know Adam, and I would like to bring Adam in and tell them I trust Adam.
It says they're harvesting energy from black holes.
Okay. Interesting. Ask him what planet is he from. Would we know what planet he's from?
Grid. Grid. Something grid. Grid. Something.
Okay. Ask him what work does he do as a captain?
He's the scout. He's the scout ship. He like navigates through like star systems, and basically makes sure that everybody doesn't get like eaten or killed or shoot up or whatever. Okay. He's like the point man.
Oh, a warrior?
Yeah.
Okay. Ask what do their ships look like?
I'm looking at them. It looks just like this, like
the shape.
Yeah, no, I can see there's like a base, like there's big ones, small ones. They're all kind of in the same shape. They're like these like tall, there's like triangular shaped things, kind of. I don't know. It's not
pyramid.
Kind of, yeah. I'm just like the angles are like that. Basically, it's not a triangle, but it's like more like an X-wing kind of thing. With it's like there's a thing in the middle and like a few things on the side. But it looks like a triangle from certain angles to me. But then when I look,
okay,
again, it's not. It's saying the big ones are passenger like transport things.
okay.
Saying that they don't know where to go, but they can easily survive off energy from black holes forever.
Okay. Are they wanting to land? They're wanting to land on Earth and live here, correct? Is that what we're helping them with?
Definitely. Yeah, it said that they're trying to build up enough energy from black holes to get here.
Okay.
It says that we humans are advanced. All of us are advancing, saying that we can converge.
We'll be intergalactic.
We're close to the point of convergence. We're close to a convergence point. That's what it's saying. At which, so it's saying that what the messages that we keep getting are what they're about is that that's why he said it's called a convergence point. There's people or groups of them and speckled other species that are coming from all over, all different directions to converge on Earth to protect us because of what we do. Says that the Agarthan culture works well with human culture. That the depth of that hasn't been too explored yet. So they're interested in that, but they're definitely have been sitting at a distance because of how we. Because of the things we make here, basically, are bad. Like bombs, like nuclear bombs, like toxic or chemical weapons.
Yes. Ask. So, is their role is fighting for the light?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, their role is maintaining the light. It says.
Okay. Balance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what would you like Adam or I to know today?
Saying that I should come back soon.
Okay.
It sees that I'm basically ready. They're just following protocol.
Okay. All right. So this is just introduction, and I'll have to come back.
I understand what you're saying. This is the way we do it because we don't take any chances.
That's okay. We understand, and we appreciate that. We don't want to. Okay. All right. And then, so that was the only message. He should come back.
It's really, 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 really good to talk to you. So that they want to learn more from you. They want to be as involved as you, basically. It's like on the individual micro lens that they're using now. It was macro. But like that guy, like one guy, the emissary dude, was saying like he wants to, he's like, man, if I could do that, that'd be cool.
Okay, they want to learn from me and people like me.
But we have to, like, as a species, we have to accept them, basically, is what it's saying. And everybody's not ready for that.
Yes.
It would cause wars, says. So there's other aliens coming too that are not necessarily nice. They're not bad. They're not good. They're hostile. They're like pirates, basically.
Okay. Space pirates. Okay.
Meaning that they're not. Their energy is just it's like pure renegade. That's what it means by pirates. It's not positive or negative. It's not light or dark. It's both. simultaneously, basically, in a way that's uh,
Okay, interesting. So, all right. Well, yes. Well, thank you for the introduction and meeting with us. It was a pleasure to speak with you. And will I be speaking with you again, or we'll communicate with the Garthans directly next time?
it's probably his boss says,
Okay.
or his guy, or whatever. So, it says that I need to continue doing what I'm doing and not be afraid
Okay.
of anything. Says that you're an intricate part of says that you're like a keystone to all kinds of different systems. Um, you're keep saying you're a keystone.
Well, I've been called a vessel, and I don't know what that means exactly. They call
Saying
me a
you're
vessel.
a keystone,
Okay.
the way that a keystone species is to ecosystems.
Okay.
So, like, if you die, everything dies, or if you're there, life flourishes.
Mm.
So that's your power. You create, you cultivate happiness. Um, Saying that you need to teach other people how to do what you do.
Mm. The type of healing I do.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Or everything.
Yeah, but not just saying that's a good idea too, but just to like make people believe in themselves.
Okay.
Similar to me, but for different ways. But saying I need to teach people how to do what you taught me how to do too. Taught what you showed me how to learn about myself. Saying that's the crucial component is explaining to people that we didn't show them anything that they already knew.
Okay.
Because that's how it spreads like a cascade, a wave.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will jump on board.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else before we complete the transmission with you? I have one more thing to show Adam about a past life. We want to take and show him a past life when he was very powerful, when he was possibly one of the Anunnaki or one of the gods in a past life that we know from myth. Go back now. We're going to disconnect from that being. And thank you and wish them well and blessings. And show Adam now drifting through time and space to a lifetime when he was very more powerful, had all of his powers and abilities, was a great leader, and embodied his highest self. And tell us when you're there and what you see.
Fucking desert. Just like
Do you see pyramids?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, I was waiting. I was going to try and date. I can see. Yes, I don't know. I was like some desert.
Now look at yourself. What do you look like? You look black?
Yeah. So, like blue skin, blue.
Blackish blue skin?
Yeah, they're kind of different hues on my arms anyways. And I have like robes on. Weird.
You have jewelry on? Any ornamentation?
And like a scepter or something.
Okay.
I have like much adornment, a bunch of flowers. Saying that I'm like religious, but I'm like what is the equivalent to present day like creature, but it's totally different than things.
Okay, you were a priest?
Kind of, yeah, it's like their version of it. So that you're just, I'm doing the same thing I'm doing now. Like, but it's way back then. Spreading God's love. Say this is why I know how to do it so well. Saying that I am real strong, like in both 5D, 3D, and I can kind of like flip it in and out of it, like in waking life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like a priest. So I'm more like a witch doctor or a magician.
Okay, shaman.
Yeah.
What powers do you have? See yourself using your powers.
Can move like
time travel.
Yeah, I wanted to say teleport at first, but it is. It's like moving on a time gradient. So that I researched how to do this back then for a long time. And I'm the one that says that learned that time is motionless.
Mm.
And we are the ones that give motion to time by way of
consciousness.
moving. We're the ones that move.
Move time.
Yeah, our motion. Time doesn't move.
Interesting.
So the time is there for us as a tool.
Okay.
We move time.
Interesting.
Time is motionless.
Does he have this power still?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Says before I had machines, I had built machines that I destroyed in the wars. And they killed me too because I was part of this weapon. I would
ask, is this Atlantis?
Yes.
Are we in Atlantis?
Yeah, it's why we're in the desert. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Or is this after Atlantis fell and we were rebuilding in Egypt?
It's basically saying, so I was like, how is this desert? Just saying because this is like where Atlantis was. Everything. Say it's the same thing my geology teacher said. Everything becomes what it isn't. This was an ocean. Now it's a desert. It'll be an ocean again. Mm-hmm. Many times before you get to where we are now.
Okay, what was the weapon or machine he was building with the crystals?
It was the time machine. But so it's saying that I like fled that time and came back, and people like worshipped us because of how we came out of the. Because we were in a time machine.
Okay.
It was saying that threatened everybody, and they started to kill us. Broke the time machine.
Ash, what was your name in that life?
Something like
Hear it. Thumb to. B.
Yeah, they are.
Can you take a deep breath in and focus? What was your name here?
But it's not. It's like
hear someone else say your name. Someone else will speak your name. Hear someone else say your name. Make it clear. Focus in. Turn the volume up of what they're saying. Barnaby?
Barned, maybe. It's like these weird syllables, like barned.
It's a long name.
I'm saying it right now. Barned, or
so,
the end part.
Barned, what? Nobody can say that.
Barnaby. Yeah. Barn, yes. Maybe just
something like that. Barnaby. Okay. Would we know, what name would we know Barnaby by who was worshipped and
saying that I was the beetle.
you were a beetle?
I was the beetle. That I was the beetle that they thought controlled the sun. Or like pushed the sun into night.
So one of the Egyptian gods they thought you were?
They because time machines. So that's where all of our this adornment of me came from, basically, because they thought I was the beetle, whatever that means.
Okay. They thought you were one of the Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says that I'm still part of that. I can still get that energy or whatever.
Okay.
Or just tap into it.
Okay.
They're saying that saying that I kept rebuilding different lives, kept rebuilding the time machine,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to go back to then.